What if I told you that the secret to closing any deal, whether it's in business, sales, or even personal relationships, was written down 500 years ago by a man most people feared and misunderstood? Niccolo Machiavelli, the mind behind The Prince, has been called ruthless, cunning, and manipulative. But what if we could take his strategies for power and apply them ethically to negotiate smarter, close better deals and win without leaving destruction behind? Today I'll reveal 7 Machiavellian negotiation tactics that will help you dominate the bargaining table, and I'll show you how to use them wisely. Negotiation is everywhere. Salary talks, client pitches, supplier contracts, even deciding where to eat dinner with friends. The difference between winning and losing often comes down to psychology, and Machiavelli was a master of human psychology. Let's dive into his playbook and uncover how you can use it today. Machiavelli taught that appearances matter more than reality. In negotiation, this means your confidence, your tone, and the way you frame your position can outweigh the actual numbers. Example: if you walk into a salary negotiation and say, "I think I deserve a raise," you sound uncertain. Instead, you say, "Based on the results I've delivered, the market rate, and the value I bring, here's the package I expect." Same request, but one sounds weak while the other commands respect. Action step: practice your delivery, not just your arguments. Remember, people often buy into how you present an idea, not just the idea itself. Machiavelli advised leaders to set the terms before others could. In negotiation, the person who frames the discussion often wins. Example: imagine selling a service. If you start the conversation around price, you're already playing defense. But if you open with value, outcomes, and long-term benefits, you shape the entire negotiation around your strengths. Action step: always define the battlefield. Decide what gets discussed first and on what terms. One of Machiavelli's most underrated lessons: never reveal more than necessary. In negotiation, silence is a weapon. Example: after you state your price, stop talking. Many amateurs immediately start justifying or lowering their offer because they're uncomfortable with silence. But silence pressures the other side to fill the gap, often with concessions. Action step: practice the golden pause. Say your point. Stop. Let the silence work for you. Machiavelli observed that fortune favors those who know when to act. In negotiation, timing is critical. Example: want a raise? Don't ask during a budget cut. Ask after you've delivered big results or when your boss is under pressure to keep top talent. Action step: study context and timing before entering a negotiation. The right moment can double your chances of success. Machiavelli wrote that rulers should appear merciful and generous, even if they were calculating underneath. In negotiation, small concessions create goodwill, but they should always be strategic. Example: if a client wants faster delivery, agree, but tie it to a longer contract. You look cooperative, but you also secure more commitment. Action step: give little, gain much. Frame every concession as a win-win. In politics, Machiavelli advised breaking coalitions apart. In negotiation, you can apply this when dealing with teams. Example: if you're pitching to a group, notice who's skeptical and who's on your side. Strengthen your allies, address opponents carefully, and avoid letting them unite against you. Action step: map the people in the room. Who influences decisions? Who can you win over? Aim to fragment opposition. Machiavelli warned leaders never to enter battles they couldn't leave. In negotiation, this is about BATNA, your best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Example, if you're negotiating rent with a landlord, knowing you have another apartment lined up gives you leverage. Without alternatives, you're trapped. Action step. Before negotiating, prepare a backup plan.